Hi everybody. I am going to warn you, I'm extremely nervous right now. I would not have thought in a million years that I would ever be brave enough to do this. I am still severely doubting myself. I don't like being on video, so this is a new one for me. But my guides and my angels and God have been sending me messages, and I keep getting this card over and over and over again. So here I am. Since this is my first video and I've never done this before, I want to start with kind of a rundown of what to expect on this channel since it is new. The title of this video is Come As You Are, and that is what I want the collective to expect. Clearly, I am trying as much as I can to be authentic and be me, and that is something I struggled with for a very long time. I hid myself, I dimmed my light, I tried for a very long time to be as palatable to others as I could, and that messed me up. That messed me up real good. You know, because when we shut ourselves down and we live for others and we forget who we are, it takes its toll. And well, God works in mysterious ways, and Spirit has broken me out of that. Spirit has sent me through a crash course awakening, and I am learning all sorts of things very quickly, including that it is time to speak up, and it is time to be myself, and it is time to give myself a voice, one that I have hidden for a very long time. So I will be referring to my notes as we go. I didn't want to get too sidetracked. So the first thing is, it is okay to be vulnerable, and that is what I will be trying to do on this channel. My guides have been working with me over the last few weeks to let me know that it is okay to tell my truth, even when I am exceptionally afraid to hurt others by using my voice. That is a fear that I've had all my life, that I will say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, somehow negatively affect those around me. And I think what God is trying to show me the most right now is that we can use our voice for good, and we can give others hope by using our voice, and that we have to remember that this fear we have is lower vibration, and it's, you know, lower spirits trying to get in our head and trying to mess with us and trying to keep us from using our voice, trying to scare us out of using our voice, when, you know, those lower spirits know that if we use our voice, we could do so much good with it. And so they try to scare us away from using it. And I want to take a second here to thank 𝕮𝖆𝖊𝖕, who is, I don't know how she wants to identify herself, a medium or a channel. She's a beautiful, beautiful reader who kind of started this whole awakening for me about a month ago. I have been watching her videos every day, and she really hits home over and over again. She has a very elegant way of really driving the message home and opening you up to spirit and really teaching. She's a beautiful healer, and so I really want to thank her for being a channel and getting the message to me, because Spirit really worked through her to open me up and introduce me to a lot of this. And that was kind of Spirit's way of getting through to me finally, because I'm very stubborn. So yeah, go check her out, 𝕮𝖆𝖊𝖕. Really great channel on YouTube. She does some really great readings with tarot and oracle and all sorts of cards. All right, so I do want to say that anybody who tends to give into that fear, that is something that I did for a really long time, including just being on video. This alone is conquering a fear for me. And one thing I have learned through this whole process is that we can choose fear or we can choose love. And thank you, Shay, again, for really bluntly stating that. This is me choosing love. This is me choosing to overcome that fear. And I hope that you guys will do that in your lives as well, because I have spent years being scared of everything. You know, from everything from contamination OCD to, I mean, that was my worst one. Like debilitating, can't leave the house fear of getting sick, because I've had chronic illness for years and years and years. And I had these fears that, you know, every time I got sick, it would take me months to get over it. So I'd just be so scared to leave the house that I'd pick something up, that I'd end up back in the hospital. And it got to the point where, you know, I wasn't having faith. I wasn't trusting in God to take care of me. And I wasn't living my life. I wasn't doing anything. I was staying in hermit mode, completely stuck in the house. And, you know, that was all part of God's plan. I needed that alone time. And now I know that. Now I know what God was doing. And Shay's messages have kind of explained a lot of that to me, which is very helpful, because I was very confused and feeling very in the dark and very lost. And as it turns out, that's where I did my growing. And everything that I've been through is something that I want to share now. And that's kind of why I'm starting this channel, in hopes that maybe sharing some of the things I've been through will help anybody, even just one person, not have to go through the suffering and the pain and the confusion and the hopelessness that I went through. Because, and I'll put a trigger warning on here, I have been very dark. I have been to those places. I have been through, you know, the darkest of dark, where you just don't want to live anymore, where you are ready to give up, where it takes everything you have and everything left in your soul just to keep fighting another day. Whether it's from a chronic illness that you're just so bone tired, or whether it's from a relationship that has done you wrong and exhausted your energy, whether it is giving too much of your energy and giving your power away to the point that you've given so much to others, you forget how to take care of yourself. Because, you know, I'm there right now. I've realized that over the years, I've given so much of myself to everybody else that I don't even remember how to take care of myself. And I'm having to relearn what that looks like, you know? And come as you are means a lot of things. It means show up for your video with a giant pimple on your face and not care, because that's how I am. It means I'm probably going to do a lot of these videos without makeup, because I don't wear makeup. It takes a lot of energy, and I used to think it was fun, and it's great if you do, and sometimes I get in the mood for it, and it's great, but other times I'm just too tired, and that's okay. You know, God didn't make me with makeup on my face. God made me with hairy legs, and God made me with, you know, bags under my eyes, and God made me like this. So that's how I'm going to show up. And, you know, come as you are means come with the emotions. I'm a very emotional person. I'll probably cry on most of the videos, if not all of them. You know, it means be your authentic self. I hope that the community that this channel creates, and I'm hoping that it's a big one, because there are so many people that have been in the dark. And this is really a community for you guys who have been in the dark or still are in the dark, who struggle with feeling hope, or, you know, maybe you've been there and you just want to reach out and help those who still need it, who still need that hope. Because, you know, I'm in a lot of support groups for chronic illness, and I see people on there almost every time I get on that are struggling, that either don't have the support, or even if they do have the support, life just gets you down. And I am so tired of seeing people hurt. And it's not that there isn't a reason, because God has a reason for everything, and I know that. But it's just that we have a choice. We have a choice whether we let that take us down or we keep going and we keep supporting each other and we find hope and we find love and we choose to have faith. So that's what the notes are for, little tangents. I want to do my best to share those experiences, and maybe, just maybe, somebody can relate. Maybe even share your own story in the comments. Maybe communicate with each other in the comments. Just reach out. Find hope. Find people who you resonate with. Know that you're not alone, even if your family's not there for you, even if your friends aren't there for you. Life gets crazy. We're all living our own human experience. You have so much spiritual support, so much support from God. And I spent a very long time in the dark thinking I had been completely abandoned. And I was surrounded by people who, let's just face it, as Shay puts it, they're karmics, and this very bad energy, very toxic, very, well, they were doing their best, but it wasn't the support that I needed, not when I needed it. And it did not keep me out of the darkness that I was in. It did not help me out of it. And if I can be that person for anybody, even just one person, if I can help you out of the dark, that's my goal. Because what I've learned is that shining the light, being myself, maybe, just maybe, helping you be yourself, that's what's gonna help everybody. Because that's what we need in the world, is just a little more authenticity. A lot more authenticity. Let's face it, a lot more authenticity. You know, society, this is all a matrix. This is all illusions. This is all craziness. And if you've ever felt just completely disconnected and feeling like this isn't real and feeling like this is, you know, like you don't belong here. I felt like that for a very long time, and I didn't understand why. And then I started learning about starseeds and earth angels and all this stuff that was beyond, and it started making a lot of sense. It started resonating. And you know, when you're not ready for it, it seems really crazy and you doubt it and you're like, that's crazy. And then you start going through awakenings and you start waking up a little more and you start coming out of the matrix a little more. And the more you come out of the matrix, the more it makes sense and the more it resonates, and the more you start getting messages, and the more you start seeing synchronicities, and then you start waking up even more. And then you go through awakenings like the one that I'm going through right now, and it just blows up in your face. So The intention is telling my truth, my stories, my experiences to the best of my ability and memory, hoping to help the collective even just a little bit. I might use cards, I might use songs, I might use ways that God has worked in my life, ways that my guides have sent me messages. I might talk about my own awakenings. I might talk about Mother Gaia a lot because nature really speaks to me. Animals really speak to me. I'm very, very close with animals. That is a relationship that I had when I was younger, and I thought I lost it for many, many years, which turns out that I was just kind of cloaked. My energy was cloaked for a long time. I was ignoring my intuition. I was ignoring the messages. I was shoving it all away. I think it hurt too much for a long time because of what I was going through. And God has healed that, and I'm very grateful for that. So you'll probably see my little familiar a lot. He's going to be with me, and you'll probably hear about my experiences with Mother Gaia and the messages that I'm getting from my ancestors through Mother Gaia. I do want to say that I am learning every day. I am a student just like you, just like we all are. I will get it wrong sometimes. I do not have all the answers. I am in no way an expert on any of this or anything that I've been through. They are just personal experiences. They're personal stories. They are my truth, my personal truth. They are in no way a reflection of anyone else's perceptions. They're just my own. And I do not want to, there's multiple sides to every story, and I'm only telling mine. I'm only telling what I've been through, what I've seen, what I've felt, and how it has affected me, and what I have learned from it. And that's all I can do. That's all we can do, because everybody here is going through the same lessons, different lessons. We may have similar experiences, but it's not the same. And, I do my best to account for the fact that I don't know, and I'm confused all the time. And even when I read my cards, sometimes I get it right away, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it takes me a couple days, and then it hits me like, oh, that's what that meant. And I think that's why it's important to keep our minds open and our hearts open, and just keep going, and just keep trusting that our angels and our guides will get through to us, that spirit will get through to us. We just have to give it time. So I want to thank you guys. If you sat through all this, it was kind of a long roundabout way of saying that I hope you enjoy the channel, and I hope that my videos resonate with you. I hope that if you found this video and you bothered to listen to it, I hope that you'll find more of my videos that you enjoy and that make you feel like you're not so alone in this world. Even if you feel like you don't belong here, because there's a lot of people here, and even if you don't know any of them physically, there's people who get you, and maybe you haven't found them yet, but luckily with this internet and social media and everything, it can be really toxic on a lot of levels, but it can also be really healing. And if you search hard enough, you can find the ones that really help. So I hope you won't give up. I hope you'll keep looking, and I hope you'll find the ones that really help you heal. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.